Oh, hey! I didn't see you there. What, this thing? Well, it's just a Freezy, or a Freeze Pop, or a Freezer Pop, or an Ice Pull, or an Ice Pop, or an Icy Pull, or an Ice Block, or a Sip Up, or a Pepsi Ice, or a Pentacool, or an Ice Candy, or a Police, or a Polar Flash, or a Troop, or a Marciano, or a Shoop Troop, or a Sacolé, or... But what if I told you there's a dark secret to the Freeze Pop industry? Now, here in the US, there's a number of brand names that you may recognize and associate with this frozen treat. You may have heard of Flavor Ice, or Cool Pops, or Otter Pops, or Pop Ice. But what if I told you those are all the same thing? Well, not really, but they're all owned and manufactured by the same brand, Gelsert. But there's one brand that's free from Gelsert's rule, and that's Fun Pops. If you've ever bought the ones at like Walmart, they come in a big bin and they're in those like mesh red fruit bags, then you, my friend, are a Fun Pop enjoyer. They even have an Instagram.
I've partnered with Fun Pops to share my must-have favorite summer treat with you. These delicious Freeze Pops are available at Walmart, so I knew I had to grab some. The assortment of flavors is always a hit with the kids. The moment I surprised the kids outside with these vibrant Fun Pops was...
Okay, that's enough yapping, but does that not make you want a Fun Pop? Now that is some wholesome liquid in a tube. But the question is, why does Gelsert have such a dominance over the entire Freeze Pop market? I mean, do you really need 4 different brands of Freezer Pops? My headcanon is that Gelsert decided they wanted a monopoly over the Freezer Pop industry and went around buying all these brands. As an aside, this is the company that owns Flavor Aid, which means they're 2 clicks away from the Jonestown mass murder. True fans know the lore. They know that I'm familiar with Gelsert. It goes way back to this video that I made on Sonic Freeze Pops. That's right, Gelsert's main gimmick is that they do crossover licensed products for other known brands. That includes Sonic, Starburst, Skittles, Sunkist, lots of S's. But with so many different brands and products, I mean, it really seems like Gelsert values quantity over quality, and they're taking advantage of some known brand names to sell a mediocre product. But I don't just have to speculate on that, because I'm going to the beach, and to cool off, I've brought every single Gelsert crossover Freeze Pop flavor with me. Let's go try them.
What is up, guys? I am straight up at the beach. I'm straight up about to eat some Freeze Pops, except I have to go ahead and warn you that I am just out. I'm plain fed up right now. Gelsert Freeze Pops, there's like a 30% chance that they just don't freeze. I imagine in the factory that it's just a Russian roulette with the machines. They just might inject antifreeze into your ice pop. So just for the record, every rating I give here is going to be an immediate minus 10 points for that. So we're just working up to 0 from the negatives. Starting off with Jolly Rancher, we got Jolly Rancher Red, Cherry, whatever it is. Cheers. That makes me want to throw up. That tastes like rat poison if somebody tried to make it as the base of a soup. So I'd give the red one a 0, which is a negative 10. This tastes like every blue flavored ice pop I've ever had in my life, which is a good thing. Actually, a really, really good thing for Gelsert. I think this earns like an 8, so that's a solid negative 2. That's good. Okay. A little radioactive, definitely on the sour end, but that's not a bad thing at all. I mean, it does actually taste the most similar to a Jolly Rancher for sure. I think I have to give this probably an 8 as well. Now, I actually really like grape Jolly Ranchers, so this is a lot to live up to. We'll see how it does. Right, okay, poop. It just tastes like poop. You know, it tastes like nothing. It tastes like mild poop. I give this maybe a 5. We are gonna move right on to another candy, Starburst. So I'm a big fan of this. These ones, I managed to get a row of all 4 colors that I needed. So I just cut along the top and now I can like suck and switch, you know what I mean? There's 2 types of lemon flavors. One is like a lemon meringue, sweet, creamy lemon flavor, and then a sour lemon flavor. This is like lemon meringue flavor. It's not bad, but it's not at all a Starburst, so I'm gonna give it like a 6 for that. Same exact comment with the strawberry. It is like strawberry, like berries and cream, but actually a pretty solid flavor. Like it's like a strawberry milkshake flavor, which on its own would be fairly good. Maybe like a 7. We had this with the Starburst gelatin. This smells exactly like a Starburst.
Really?
I said the cherry tastes just like a cherry Starburst. Whatever their Gelsert cherry flavor is, that's hitting the mark right there. I give that a 9. Well done, Gelsert. You earned yourself a -1. And then the orange tastes like radioactive waste. Just straight up landfill. That's a -9 right there. I'm gonna give that I'm gonna give that a 1, so -9. Let's see what all 4 together taste like. Bad. Next up, we're gonna switch gears a little. Just kidding. Another candy flavor, Skittles. I get to do the suck and switch. Should I stop saying that? Orange Skittle, let's see. That tastes like every orange Freeze Pop I've ever had before. Again, that's a good thing. That earns it a 7. Okay, lime, this should be. Oh, what? We're living in the past. These are still green apple, even though Starburst Swish, you can't read that at all. Who am I kidding? Pretty much tastes like the green apple I already had. 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Definitely not the strawberry flavor I just had. That tastes a lot more like a Skittle. I give this a 9. Very good flavor, actually. It tastes like a Skittle, has that tartness. It's not berries and cream. Anyways, lemon. You know you can make a lemon flavor without making it taste like a mop that was just used to clean up vomit. But clearly Gelsert is unaware. I give that as, actually I give that a 0. Nobody would want to eat that. Weirdly, just average. Not offensive, but not.
My camera died, but I think I gave it a 5.
Now we are actually gonna shift gears. No, we're not. We're gonna do Warheads next. Now, none of the red Warhead popsicles actually froze all the way. Must be the chemicals they put in it. Probably the petroleum in the Red 40. Well, butter my biscuit and call me a squirrel. That is actually sour. It actually tastes like something red, I guess. You know what? 8. Now this one tastes like the same green apple flavors before, but they just dumped in that sour stuff. Actually, that's probably what all of these are. Johnny, pull the lever on the sourinator. Yeah, sprinkle some of that good cushion there. Overall, yeah, another 8 out of 10, I think. Last but not least, I guess this is probably blue raspberry or Warheads just like, are they like toxic goo flavored? Infant blood flavored. Another 8 out of 10. This might be the new hit. Palate cleanser before we actually shift gears. I promise we're actually shifting gears. These are These are Sunkissed, as in the soda. I don't care at this point. I don't know what the flavors are. I'm just gonna eat them and call them by their colors. Daggum! That is really good, actually. I mean, it is nothing to write home about. But compared to everything else, which is like something to write home about in like a bad way, like as a warning signal, this is the most remarkable Gelsert product I've ever had. Orange, of course, the classic Sunkissed orange. I'm gonna say it again, it tastes like orange cream more than like a sour orange soda. Severely underperforming for what it's trying to be, which earns it probably a 4. Next up, cherry soda. Everyone's favorite if your favorite is cherry soda. Yeah, so this is cherries and cream now. I don't know what it is with Gelsert and making their fruits taste like they're in like a cake or something. So you know what? I hate you, Gelsert. 2 out of 10. For the record, it is just spilling all over me. That's because it's barely frozen, because like what can you put in water to make it not freeze? That's safe to eat. Yeah, that sucks. The sun can kiss my, I don't even care anymore, 0. 0 out of 10. Now, unfortunately, for me, one Sunkissed collaboration wasn't enough. These are Sunkissed smoothie bars.
Okay, I'm no longer at the beach. I have to interrupt myself here because I really butchered this part. I just didn't know what the flavors were. And I was like talking about them being made up flavors. I was like, this isn't orange.
That has gone so far into cream territory that it doesn't even taste like orange anymore.
This tastes like a brand new fruit I've never tasted before.
It's like if they invented a new fruit.
It's just pina colada, bro. So anyways, I'm gonna retry these 4 flavors and give them a more fair shot. When you're tasting it and you're thinking about it being mango, this crazy thing happens where it tastes like mango and it's good. It's hitting those notes of a banana smoothie. And the really critical thing that I missed about these is that they're made from real fruit juice. No wonder they taste better than all the other ones. They have actual food in them. Initially, I was saying it had like a soapy flavor.
That tastes like windshield wiper fluid.
That's definitely just the coconut flavor, although I will say it's quite strong, like very fragrant. The flavor's a bit out there for me, but definitely better than being like an alien fruit, I guess. It just kind of tastes like fruit. It's yummy though, it is. So I think mango gets a 9, strawberry banana gets an 8, pina colada gets probably a 7, and berry's really good actually, another 9. You know what, Gelsert? I won't subtract 10 from those scores. You can have it. You can keep it. Do more stuff like this.
Anyways, I'm getting nauseous, so let's speed right along to our final flavors. Margaritaville. And the really great thing about this is I will be drinking them like margaritas because these ones just had a real tough time freezing. And this one is pooping all over me actively as we're speaking. There's Margaritaville running down my leg. I don't know what I'm eating. I'm just putting stuff in my mouth at this point. Suck and switch, let's do it. They almost have like something that's trying to mimic like the flavor of alcohol. Couldn't tell you what that's supposed to taste like. 6 out of 10. If you told me this was a margarita popsicle, I'd be like, sure thing, Buster. Ooh, pause, guys. Actually, not bad. Very tangerine-y, a little bit alcohol-y. I give it a 7. That one almost tastes like bacon at the end, which is definitely not a good thing. They're like so sweet and not like overly offensive, where like some of the other ones were like, boom, really bad cherry flavor, boom, really sour, boom. This one's kind of like, hey, I know you don't know what I am, but I'm sweet and you can give me a chance. I think this gets a 4. Once again, none of the red Margaritaville ones froze at all. I mean, this is just a straight up liquid. I'm surprised it didn't turn into a gas in the freezer somehow. Let's see if it wets my whistle. Just kind of tastes like the Starburst one. 2 out of 10. Well, here's the damage that we did. Here's all the flavors we tried.
And here are the final rankings. Congrats to our winner, Sunkist Smoothie Bars, who broke out of the negatives.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.